What's happening? I'm Jared. You're watching TVU's Most Wanted. I'm with a man who needs no introduction, but I'll introduce him anyway. Andrew Schwab from Project 86.
You need no introduction.
No, you.
You need no introduction.
You know, interviewing you in front of this 15th century torture device seems appropriate. I don't know why, but
That is how I feel
I don't even know what that is, to be honest.
during baseball season.
Andrew, I think we should talk about this first and foremost. Andrew is not only on the cover of the program here, he's also on the cover of the backstage passes. Now, I've been talking to a lot of bands this weekend, and they said that you got that gig because they all passed up on the offer. Is that the truth?
Jealousy.
In fact,
There's a reason
Showbread
why
said that.
I think Purple Door is the best festival because they have the best taste.
Because you're on the cover of the program.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty much. And the
All
pass.
right. I'm sold on that. So,
You know, to all those bands out there that wish that they could be on the cover of the Purple Door program, this is me rubbing my thumb in the wound.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you wish you could be Andrew. It's fine. We all do. We all do, in fact. So, dude, how you been, man?
I'm doing good, man.
Yeah?
It's good to see you.
I hear you've been playing a lot of cornhole since we last
Yeah,
talked.
I was just going to remind you, we talked about this off camera.
Yes, we did.
The last time we did an interview, you promised me you were going to build a real cornhole set. A bags set.
I am awaiting instructions,
I'm
sir.
holding you to this publicly right now.
Do it. I am awaiting. I am awaiting. So, what are you going to do with this cornhole set, though? You're going to
use it.
You're just going to play with it, all right?
Play.
You're just going to
Wait,
play with the cornhole set.
what do you
I thought
think I'm gonna do with
you
it?
said you were going to give it away. I ain't making two, man.
Maybe I'll use it and then give it away.
Okay.
We'll use it on the road for a year, and then we'll do a contest.
Now, you want me to make you a real-sized cornhole board, bag set, and everything.
Well, last week when we were at Ignite Festival, we played on a set that is bigger than the travel one that we had.
Yeah,
when we were
they're
at
2
TVU.
foot by 4 foot wood.
See, I don't know. Is there an intermediate size?
No.
So that was the one.
That's it, man.
Okay.
2 foot by 4 foot.
Those
you
things
get
are large.
16-ounce bags. You got 16 ounces of corn in there. They're real. So that's what you want.
Yes.
All right. So now the last time you were playing on a set like that, though, it didn't end well for you, right?
No.
Tell me.
I'm glad that we're
tell me
talking
about
this.
Explain.
I'm not glad that we're talking about this.
Because the tournament that you guys had last time with Write This Down and Children 18-3, you guys were dominating. But that's not. You got dominated, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, man. Okay. I made the ridiculous mistake of talking trash to Flat for 56, who are friends of ours, on Twitter via the Project 86 Twitter.
Right.
Just saying basically the next time we see you, you're going to get destroyed and humbled, and you're going to go home crying and all these different things. And so we ended up playing with them. It was myself and my partner, who's a bass player in our band, and we had like the championship team, and we did the Cornhole Cup.
Right.
Which is sitting on my mantle at home, by the way.
Nice.
So we played them like best out of 5. And I think the first game they skunked us 13-0.
Oh, my gosh.
The second game was 21-3. The third game we made like a valiant effort and got 9 points. I mean, it was horrible.
Well, then you know what that means? That means you need your own set so you can practice.
I think the difference is, and they admitted this, and those guys are totally humble, and they weren't even like rubbing our faces in it at all, because they knew they were going to beat us, and we stood no chance whatsoever. We didn't grow up playing this game.
Right, they did.
I mean, they play like every day.
They're
So
pros.
We didn't really have a chance.
Well,
Professional versus amateur ranks.
I'm gonna build Andrew a set, Project 86 cornhole boards, and then you can practice, and then you can stomp Flat from 56.
Down.
All right, more with Andrew Schwab's coming up. Stick around. Stevie's Most Wanted. He graces the cover of the Purple Door program and all the backstage patches. Andrew Schwab from Project 86 on the show. We all want to be him. We get it. So, dude, not to talk about cornhole a little bit more, but I saw just one thing on Twitter. A band in Kansas actually was tweeting you about cornhole. Did that happen?
Word's getting around about how dangerous we are with the bags. Here's the deal: we're doing like a weekend of shows with those guys this weekend.
Okay.
Prior to, during, and after Purple Door, and they were trying to throw down a challenge, but we don't have a set because we flew in. So if we can find someone on these grounds who has a set, we will definitely be more than happy to spank them and send them home.
Yeah. Now wait, man. Last time you said all this, then you went to play Flat 56.
That's just how we roll, man. That's how we roll.
Win or lose, they're going to talk like they're going to win.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. All right, so Project 86 at Purple Door. What else have you guys been up to this summer?
Man, to be honest, this has been the busiest touring year, 2011, and season this summer that I can remember. I'm not going to say ever, but probably one of the busiest. We've been playing a ton of shows. Last week we played Ignite Fest, Soul Fest, and Spirit West Coast Monterey.
Wow.
So another festival in Kansas, all on the same trip.
That's
So we just
amazing.
flew around the country. It was
Playing
tiring.
festivals.
It was tiring, and I was home for 2 days, and then we flew out and we played Dayton the other night.
Right.
And then last night we were in Albany, New York. Tonight we're in Purple Door. Tomorrow we're in Baltimore, Maryland.
Wow.
And we fly home again.
Wow.
For 2 weeks. Then we do the Brian Head Welch tour in the fall, and then in October we're doing a tour in Europe. So,
Wow. That's a lot.
book solid.
Yeah,
It's
book
exciting,
solid.
dude.
That's a good thing. So another thing you have to be looking forward to other than touring so much this fall, and the last time we talked to you, this was kind of up in the air. Football season's going to happen, Andrew. You got to be
So
pumped about
excited.
that. I mean, that's
I'm
good.
so excited, dude. You have no idea how excited I am. So that's what I'm saying. This medieval torture device, again, is how I feel during baseball season. At the peak of baseball season. When there's no football or basketball or anything.
Right.
So the fact that football is on, oh, man. I actually blocked it out of my mind.
Really?
For like months. Yeah, because I'm like, oh, man, I need to accept the fact. There's
you're
a little trick that I do. It's probably a neurosis, actually, that I have. Is I don't like dealing with disappointment. So if something is potentially disappointing, I just block it out.
You just, nope, not happening.
Football? There's no football. Football doesn't exist.
What are you talking about?
And then once I found out it was on, it's just like, oh,
It comes rushing back in.
all the
yeah.
emotion comes flooding back.
So what do you think, dude? How are the Steelers going to do?
It's looking like a pretty injury-prone training camp so
Uh-oh.
far. But, I mean, as a team, the Steelers traditionally, always have a really solid core of players, and I think they do this year as well. It's looking like the Eagles are the team to beat, though, right now. They have all the superstars.
Uh-oh. How do you feel about that?
We're in the AFC. The Patriots obviously are going to be tough. Patriots might be the team to beat in the AFC. So we'll find out.
Andrew, if I ever do fantasy football, I'm just going to have you build my team.
Dude, to be honest, I'm not awesome at fantasy football. I got
But you're
second
awesome.
place last
You're awesome
year.
at knowledge of football, and I feel like we combined could build a solid team.
We could. Fantasy football, in many senses, is dumb luck. Because I've seen.
You just disappointed a lot of people. They're like, no, you don't understand. You don't know the formulas.
To it, but
No, there's no. Just go with your initial. There's not. It's dumb luck.
there's a lot of dumb luck involved.
All right, more with Andrew Schwab from Project 86 coming up. We're at Purple Door. TVU's Most Wanted. Okay, Andrew, so you told me that you're going to be doing a lot of touring this fall. You said Brian Head Welch is going to be touring. Tell me a little bit about that tour first.
It's kind of a big bill. It's like 5 bands. It's ourselves, The Wedding, Brian Head Welch. Who else is on the bill? It's escaping my mind. It's 5 bands.
That's
So,
awesome.
it should be great. Brian, I think, he's obviously has a rich history with being in Korn.
Yeah.
Best-selling author, cool band. He's kind of like a multimedia extravaganza all in one person. He's got a powerful testimony. Looking forward to getting to know him. I think that'll be really fun.
So you've never toured with him before or met him?
Yeah,
or?
no, I hung out with him.
Okay.
We know each other and stuff, but it should be really fun in that sense alone. And I think the shows themselves will be great too. It's going to be like Western U.S. So
Okay.
nearer to home for me, which is great.
Right, cool. Now, and then after that is when you're going to Europe, correct?
Yeah, at the end of Europe, we're doing the Rock Without Limits Festival in Germany, and then we're doing a big tour around the Rock Without Limits Festival, 8 shows or so. But that'll be our biggest European tour that we've done today.
That's cool. You going to get to spend some time in Europe hanging out? Or?
I hope so. I mean, I have family at home, so, I don't
Right.
wanna, if they're not coming with me, which is still up in the air, if that doesn't work out, I don't want to, spend too much time away.
Explore Europe without them?
Yeah, and I've been probably like 10 times, 12 times. So
Who cares? He's been.
Been
That's
there.
why he's on the program, people. He's been to Europe 10
Europe,
times.
schmurrup.
He's like, what? I'm going to Europe next weekend. No big deal. So what else, man, other than touring? What else is Project 86 got coming up? What do you want to get
We're
out?
working on some new material here. We've been dabbling a little bit, but we've been so busy touring-wise that I haven't really gone there. These next 2 weeks while we're home before the Brian Head Welch tour, start working on some new material.
Sweet.
I'm still working on a book.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. You
It
writing another
just
book?
takes
Yeah.
a long time, especially again, Project 86 lately has been eclipsing all
Right.
the things in my life. So everything else takes a little bit longer.
And you got the documentary coming out too, right? Like,
We
how's
do have
that
the
shaping up?
documentary DVD. It should be coming out late fall, early winter.
Okay.
November, December-ish. We're in the editing phases right now, so I haven't seen anything yet, but we've compiled a lot of footage.
Yeah.
So I know Obadiah is a featured star.
Yeah, check that guy out, man. I saw some of the questions you had him answer. They're tough.
Yeah.
It's like a test.
Yeah, it's like trivia.
How do you think he'll do?
He couldn't possibly do as well as I
No,
did.
he can't. No, he's not going to match you in Rockstar Quiz Fight. That we know that's not happening. All right. Well, if you want to keep up with Andrew and Project 86, link up TVUlive.com. Andrew, it's always a pleasure, man. Thanks for hanging out with me on the show today.
My
TVU's
honor.
Most Wanted.
Jared.